The Earth now has a second moon, at least for a while.
In 2019, a Chinese rover sent back an image that shook the world. A strange glistening patch, dark and sticky, something that shouldn't exist on the moon. Scientists called it a mystery gel. Others whispered darker possibilities, alien artifacts. But this was only the beginning. Because buried beneath the lunar dust, on the moon's far side, hidden from Earth's watchful eyes, something extraordinary was unfolding. A secret race for resources and power that could change the future of energy on Earth and redraw the map of space forever. For decades after Apollo and Luna missions, the moon seemed to hold its secrets tight. Humanity turned its gaze outward, to Mars, to distant worlds, while the lunar surface lay dormant, silent. The final lunar samples brought to Earth were collected by the Soviet Luna 24 mission in 1976. Since then, a hush fell over the moon's dusty plains. But beneath the silence, the moon was waiting for a new chapter, a new player, one who would finally unlock its secrets and claim its prizes. In the early 2000s, China began quietly preparing for its lunar renaissance. Unlike the flash and spectacle of Apollo, China's approach was meticulous, a step-by-step plan to explore, understand, and dominate. The China National Space Administration, CNSA, named its program after the moon goddess, Chang'e, evoking mystery, ancient legends, and celestial power. In 2007, Chang'e 1 launched, orbiting the moon and sending back the first detailed 3D maps of its surface. Its instruments detected helium-3, a rare isotope embedded in the lunar soil by solar winds, a possible fuel for the fusion reactors of the future. China's ambition was clear. The moon was more than a barren rock. It was a vault of resources waiting to be cracked open. In 2010, Chang'e 2 took the next step, flying just 9 miles above the surface to photograph and analyze potential landing sites with unprecedented detail. Then, in 2013, Chang'e 3 became the first spacecraft to softly land on the moon since 1976, deploying the Jade Rabbit rover. It crawled the dusty plains, carrying the world's first ultraviolet telescope on the lunar surface, a new eye to the cosmos. But the true moonshot came in 2019. Chang'e 4 descended onto the moon's far side, a region no spacecraft had ever touched. This side, forever turned away from Earth, is a desolate alien world, cloaked in perpetual silence. Here, Earth's radio noise cannot reach, making it a perfect place to listen to the whispers of the universe. But communicating with a rover on the far side is a near impossible feat. China's ingenious solution was Kuiqiao, a relay satellite positioned at the Earth-Moon L2 point, a stable spot beyond the moon that keeps constant sight of both Earth and the rover. As Chang'e 4 landed in the von Karman crater, it broke a barrier not just of space, but of knowledge. The rover, called U-22, the Jade Rabbit 2, rolled onto a pitted gray plain under a pitch-black sky. Its cameras sent back images of a terrain unfamiliar and stark. Unlike the near side, the far side is thicker, riddled with craters, and lacks the vast lava seas that Apollo astronauts had explored. The mystery gel. In mid-2019, something unexpected caught the rover's eye. A shiny, textured patch nestled in a crater's shadow. Scientists called it the mystery gel, sparking fascination and rumors across the world. Was it volcanic glass, melted meteorite residue, or something stranger, something alien? The Chinese Space Agency initially withheld images, fueling intense speculation. When pictures were finally released, they revealed a glossy, glassy substance formed by the searing heat of meteor impacts. A natural but rare lunar rock, rich in minerals like olivine and pyroxene. It was a silent witness to ancient violent collisions, a patch of lunar history frozen in time. Life on the moon? Chang'e 4 also carried an ambitious experiment, a tiny biosphere containing soil, cotton seeds, potato seeds, fruit fly eggs, and yeast. Against all odds, a cotton seed sprouted, the first plant ever to grow on the moon. For a fleeting moment, a fragile green shoot pierced the gray dust. Though it survived only days before the brutal lunar night froze it, this tiny sprout was a symbol of hope. Proof that Earth life could take root beyond our planet. A race for the moon's riches. But beneath these scientific milestones lies a harsher truth. The moon is no longer just a place for exploration. It's a battleground for resources and strategic advantage. Helium-3, abundant in lunar soil but rare on Earth, could fuel fusion reactors powerful enough to solve the global energy crisis. Water ice, hidden in shadowed craters especially near the poles, could sustain life and fuel rockets, turning the moon into a stepping stone for humanity's journey into the solar system. China's lunar program, supported by military-linked agencies, is carefully surveying and testing ways to extract these resources. The Persian Gulf of the 21st century. Experts warn the moon may become the Persian Gulf of the 21st century, a prize worth billions and potential flashpoint for future conflicts. China isn't alone. The United States, through NASA's Artemis program and private industry like SpaceX, has revived its lunar ambitions. Both nations plan bases near the moon's south pole, where sunlight is nearly constant and water ice is plentiful. But the race is about more than science. It's about influence, security, and the future of space law. A silent battlefield. Some fear the moon's far side could become a covert military outpost, a place to hide surveillance equipment or missile early warning systems beyond Earth's detection. Though Chang'e 4 officially carried only scientific instruments, the program's military ties and the timing of missions hint at strategic objectives beneath the surface. The far side's isolation means future bases will rely on relay satellites, like Quexiao, to maintain contact with Earth. China's plans include robotic research stations built with 3D printers using lunar soil, potentially laying the foundation for permanent habitats. Meanwhile, international law remains murky. The 1967 Outer Space Treaty forbids any nation from claiming sovereignty over the moon. But as resource extraction becomes feasible, new agreements or conflicts are inevitable. The moon's future, collaboration or conflict. By the 2030s, China and the US may operate neighboring bases on the lunar surface, rivals locked in a delicate balance. The Artemis Accords, signed by many nations, set some ground rules for resource use and conduct. China and Russia have rejected the accords, charting their own path. Amidst this mix of cooperation and competition, questions linger. Who will govern the moon? What conflicts will arise over water, helium-3, and prime real estate? The next giant leap. The moon is no longer humanity's dormant satellite. It has become a proving ground, our first foothold beyond Earth, a testbed for technologies, and a prize in a new era of space exploration. Chang'e 5 and Chang'e 6 have returned fresh samples, including the youngest lunar rocks ever found, offering clues to the moon's fiery past. Chang'e 7 and 8 are on the horizon, promising to search for water ice and test in situ resource utilization technologies. This quiet race to the moon is about survival and power. Whoever controls the moon's resources may wield energy beyond anything Earth has seen. Clean, almost limitless power for generations. It's a race cloaked in diplomacy but driven by strategy. The stakes are no longer just national pride. They're existential. The far side of the moon has stepped into the light. Its mysteries are waking, and the lunar surface is alive with the footsteps of explorers, scientists, and pioneers. The question is no longer if humans will live on the moon. It's when. And whether this new frontier will unite humanity or divide it remains to be seen. For now, the moon watches silently. A silver globe above, holding the future in its dust.